Hello everybody, I'm going to be talking about Cool Hand Luke, directed by Stuart Rosenberg in 1967. This film serves as one of the most impressive American New Wave films ever released. Stuart Rosenberg's Cool Hand Luke is one of the all-time greats in presenting all the glory and sticking it to the man. I think I love this film mainly because of its genius subtleties that aren't that subtle though. There's this debate, is Luke a Christ figure or an existential anti-hero? To me, there's no Christ symbol without existentialism. So all in all, Luke is both. The Christ figure debate is immediately proven due to the heavily symbolic imagery and the way our protagonist talks to God, calling him old man or apologizing to him. The guys idolize him, he's their hero. His pose on the table after he muscles through the 50 eggs entirely reflects Christ on the cross. The warden and his men are the Romans. The inmates are Luke's disciples. His best friend's betrayal reflects Judas's betrayal. Luke's sacrifice was for the sake of his fellow inmates' hope, and Jesus's was for the sacrifice of everyone who came after him. The box is his desert that Jesus fasted in for 40 days, and his walkout is his dedication to spread the word, or in Jesus' case, spreading his Father's name. The film ends in his picture ascending into the sky. After his death, the guys talk about his influence, which sounds a lot like Jesus to me. To go along with that, the existentialism is heavy too. His opening crime is almost hilariously meaningless and odd. Luke never felt any strong connection to any of the guys. He's almost just doing everything for himself. It's a spiritual journey, and the inmates are just spectators of an event that'll pass them by. He never had any real plans. He's just an ordinary guy. When you mix all that together, you get a film that's very fun to break down, needless to say. That's why I love it. It's super intriguing and symbolic. Rosenberg made a real masterpiece with Cool Hand Luke. It's a film of dedication, rebelliousness, and hope. Religion or existentialist, or in my case, both, it's a cool hand. Cool Hand Luke tells a story of a man who's arrested for intoxication and vandalism, cutting the heads off of parking meters. He's sent to a prison camp and goes through hard labor on the daily. Soon enough, the guards and fellow prisoners learn he's hard to break. The more I think of it, the more I love it. I wasn't even anticipating on loving it this much. It came as a big surprise on how much I enjoyed this film. Paul Newman is fantastic as the lead, and George Kennedy is amazing too. The rest of the cast is great. The cinematography with all the natural beauty, zoom-ins, and rich scenery is also a real wonder in this film. The screenplay is among Hollywood's most interesting and effortlessly engaging. The premise alone is something anyone would find compelling, and I'm definitely a fan of the score in Cool Hand Luke as well. Cool Hand Luke is a film that I truly recommend to Christians or people who are religious in any way, as the film totally reflects a lot of religious themes. For that, it's very compelling to watch, and I felt very moved by it. Paul Newman's a pretty cool actor, so just seeing him do his thing is entertaining enough to get around. Given that the debate between Christ symbol or existentialist is kind of a big deal regarding this film, I want to hear everyone's opinions in the comments, and if they have not seen the film, I truly recommend it so they can develop their own opinion, as it's totally worthwhile.
What we got here is a failure to communicate.